Good evening, dear students. Welcome to Sanskrit Amrit. Dear students, in last video we learned about contraindication of bath, right? And today we'll continue shloka number 19. Here you can see on the screen Sadvrutta, regimen of right conduct. So it is the shloka. Jirne hitam mitam chadyan navegani rayet balat nave gitonya karya syan Najitva sadhyamamayam. What type of regimen of right conduct to be kept in mind? Here the first you read, to maintain positive health one must have wholesome and limited food, only that too after the completion of the digestion of the food consumed earlier. Number 1, take the food but once the previous food is digested properly. So jirne, first what you read in the shloka, jirne. Jirna itself is digestion and jirne is 7th case singular, means indigestion, means the previous food, when the previous food is digested properly at that time, jirne, then hitam means beneficial and mitam means limited. The wholesome, beneficial, and mitam means limited. Chadyanna. What is the word here? Chadyanna. Let us disjoin this. Chadyanna. Now here there are 3 words. First word is cha. Second word is adyat. And third word is na. Cha plus a becomes dirgha, cha. Right? A plus a becomes dirgha sandhi, cha. And here this ta that gets converted to na, means first letter ta of dental group converted to na letter of the same group, fifth letter, nasal letter of the dental group. So that's why you see double na, chadyanna. Now students, cha means end. This is an indeclinable. And what is this adyat? Actually this adyat is a verb form, and the meaning of adyat means one should eat. This is Vidhiling Lakar. I repeat, it is Vidhiling Lakar. However, in Vidhiling Lakar, you must have found this et, etam, eyuhu, like this kind of suffixes in Vidhiling Lakar. Et, etam, eyuhu, like this. But here you see this verb form doesn't end with et sound. It's ending with at sound. Then let me tell you, in Vidhiling Lakar, there are 2 types of verb forms. One ends with et, etam, eyuhu in Vidhiling Lakar, potential mood, and other one ends with this at, atam, yuhu. So here at also should be there at the end of Pratham Purush Ekvachan Vidhiling Lakar. Meaning would be same. Et etam eyuhu and at atam yuhu. This kind of forms are also there. When I have sent you verb form material, in that you can see, let me just show you here for your reference, this at atam yuhu. Here you can check. This one is Vidhiling Lakar of Han dhatu. Han means to kill. Hanyat, hanyatam, hanyuhu, hanyaha, hanyatam, hanyata, hanyam, hanyava, hanyam. So here it is not et, here it is at. So you have to keep in mind that Vidhiling Lakar forms can be ended with at or et. Here adyat. So adyat means the root verb is ad. What is the root verb? Ad. Ad means to eat. And adyat means one should eat. Right? Adyat, one should eat. Now let's go to the shloka first. Adyat, one should eat what? Hitam mitam. Jirne. Jirne means once the digestion is done. Hitam, beneficial, wholesome. And mitam means limited food should be eaten. Adyat means one should eat the food, very limited food, and wholesome food should be eaten. And then jirne, once the digestion is done of the earlier taken food. Then vega nirayet balat. Now students, here three words are there. First word is vegan, ending with na, halant na. Second is irayet, and third is balat. Alright, three words are there. First word is vegan. Second word is verb form irayet. And third word is balat. Now see, vegan is urges, natural urges, right? Irayet is suppressed. What is the meaning of irayet? Should be suppressed. But here you read, na is already there before this, vegan. Before this, achadyan na. So adyat should be eaten, the food should be eaten, and then na means not. Vegan means natural urges. Irayet means should be suppressed, right? And then balat means forcefully, right? So natural urges like urine, feces, etc. should not be expelled forcefully, right? So these all the natural urges, whether you say urine or feces, irayet should be expelled, but na is already there, so should not be expelled. Balat means forcefully. Next regimen of right conduct, they said, na vegitonya karyah syat. No, don't. Students, in Sanskrit language, wherever a negative sentence is there, sometimes no, that negation word can be written in the beginning also, and then the positive sentence is there. But overall you should understand that's a negative sentence. Sometimes no can be there in the beginning of the sentence. So here they say no, don't. Vegitah anya karyah. At the time of the urge, one should not attend any other work. No vegitah. No means do not. What? Vegitah means at the time of urges. Vega means urges, right? Natural urges like urine, feces. So vegitah means at the time of natural urges. Anya karyah. While you disjoin this, you will find two words. Vegitah plus anya karyah. O ending word is there. Vegito. So obviously ending with visarga. Vegitah plus anya karyah. Anya karyah means any other work. So while the natural urges arise, at that time other work should be avoided. Other work should not be done there. Right? That is what I explained. That is one of the regimen of right conduct. And then syanna jitva. Here there are two words. Syat plus na plus ajitva. Three words actually. Syat plus na plus ajitva. Syat means should be done, but here you already see na is there. So other work should not be done while the natural urges arise. Alright. Then na jitva. Na plus ajitva sadhyam amayam. Na ajitva sadhyam amayam. Initially treat the curable disease. Now here you students, you check this word. Ajitva will understand later. Here you read sadhyam amayam. Two words are there. First word is sadhyam, ending with ma. Sadhyam. And second word is amayam. So while you join them, sadhyam amayam. Sadhyam is curable. Amayam is disease. Curable disease. And no ajitva. Right? Means should not be just ignored. So curable disease should not be ignored means the positive sentence of that will be like there is all curable disease should be cured, should be treated, right? So that is what I explained here, that the curable disease should be treated earlier, right? Immediately. So all these are the regimen of right conduct, good conduct that we have to keep in mind. Number one, what type of food to be taken and when to be taken. So wholesome and limited food should be used, should be eaten, and that also before you should keep in mind that the previous food that you have consumed, that must have got digested properly, then only you take the wholesome and a limited food. Number 2, never expel urine and feces forcefully, right? Number 3, while the naturologist there, you should not think about the other work, you should not be busy in the other work. Wherever the naturologist is there, just immediately go and just do it. And then Syanna Jitva Sadhyamamayam, the curable disease should be treated immediately, initially. So these are the sadvrit, these are called the sadvritta, means regimen of right conduct. Now it's continuing here, next sloka number 20 also. Let us see. Sukhartha sarva bhutanam mata sarva pravruttayah sukham cha na vina dharmat tasmat dharma paro bhavet. Beautiful sloka it is. All the activities of human beings are meant for happiness only, students. Obviously, whatever we do, we are doing it for happiness. Such happiness will not be happened without dharma, right? Any happiness will not be happen, will not be possible without dharma, right moral conduct, and therefore one must always pursue right conduct, right? So students, any of the work that we do, we should always keep in mind that we should get some benefit or should get some happiness out of that work, right? And no happiness you can get without dharma, without the right moral conduct. So always pursue that right moral conduct. Now how is the sloka here? See, sukhartha sarva bhutanam mata sarva pravruttayah. Sarva bhutanam, first of all look at this word. Sarva means all, bhuta means human beings, means all living beings, all human beings, of all human beings. Sarvaha means all, right? All. Pravruttayah means activities. So all the activities of all human beings are mataha, are believed, are considered. How? Mataha means considered. How? Sukharthaha. Sukharthaha, there are two words. Sukha arthaha. Sukha, happiness. Arthaha means for. So all the activities of all living beings, all human beings are considered for happiness only, are meant to be, are meant for the happiness only. So whenever the person is doing any activity, that always a person keeps in the mind that he or she should get happiness out of that. So all the activities of all living beings are meant for happiness only. Then sukham cha na vina dharmat. Now here cha means and, na not, and vina means without. And without what? Then here you read dharmat tasmat dharma paro. Now let us disjoin this. Dharmat tasmat dharma paro. First word is dharmat. Next is tasmat. And then it is dharma para. Paro is actually dharma paraha. So basically here you read vina is written before dharmat in the sloka. So actually it is like this, dharmat vina, right? So dharmat vina means without dharma, without the right moral conduct. Okay, dharmat vina, without right moral conduct. Sukham na, happiness is not there. Sukham means happiness, na means not there. So there is no happiness without doing the right moral conduct. And tasmat, so, tasmat means so, dharma paraha bhavet. Dharma paraha bhavet means one should always pursue the right conduct. Dharma paraha means what? See, paraha is actually full of or with dharma, with right moral conduct. With right moral conduct means person should always pursue the right conduct, then he is considered as dharma para. Okay, and opposite of para you can say as aparaha. Then you can call as dharma paraha. Dharma paraha means dharma aparaha, who is not following the right conduct, who is not pursuing the right moral conduct. So he is called as dharma paraha. Here it is dharma paraha. Dharma paraha means one who does, one who pursues the right conduct. Bhavet means should be. One should be with the dharma. One should be with the right moral conduct. Bhavet is Vidhiling Lakar. Pratham Purush Ekvachan means should be. So we understood that without dharma, without right moral conduct, no happiness should be there. So one should always follow. And students, normally, you know, the human being's nature is something like when he does any activity, any work, whether a very simple one, just sitting. Let's take a simple example, just sitting. In terms of sitting also, person always should keep in mind that whether he is comfortable or not. Somehow he or she is not comfortable in sitting, then also he will try to adjust himself that his body should get the comfort. So in terms of just sitting, a very common thing, if the person is keeping in mind the happiness of physical comfort, then you think about the other works, all the activities. Person always keeps in mind that he or she should get happiness. So that should be done with the right moral conduct. In the world we see many of the people are actually not following the right conduct, right moral conduct, and they are trying to get the money and happiness and all these things. But it does not have that much of longevity, right? And within a short period of time that will be finished. So always you just follow the right conduct, be a good human being, and do your activities. That is what I explain in this shloka, students. Now next we have shloka number 21, one part here. Bhaktya kalyana mitrani sevet taraduragah. Beautiful shloka again. They said, take care of friends with a sense of devotion, student. Those who are your friends, take care of those friends with sense of devotion and good fortune. But the other people who are not your friends, the wicked people, wicked persons, should be kept at far distance. Both things keep in mind. Think about your friends, think about your best friends, how to treat them, and think about the other people, wicked people who are not your friends. Just stay away from them. Two things they explain here. First, here you read Bhaktya. Bhaktya means full of devotion, and Kalyana means good fortune or welfare. And Mitrani means friends. Mitram, Mitre, Mitrani, Phalam, Phale, Phalani. So it's a plural form. Mitrani, Phalani. So all the friends should be treated with full of devotion and good fortune. Right? Always take care of the friends with devotion and good fortune. But here you read this word, Seve te tara duragaha. Let us understand this word. Seve te tara duragaha. Seve te tara. Seveta itara I'm sorry, students. Now here, Seveta itara duragaha. Seveta means one should serve, right? One should serve, or one should have, one should keep. Itara means other friends who are not friends actually, with other people, wicked people. You should just seveta, as you should just treat, right? You should treat other people, other wicked people, duragaha, from distance. So just have the distance from those people who are wicked people, who are not good friends. So students, here ta and e joined and become te. Ta plus e become te, guna sandhi, and duragaha means from the distance. Okay. So both things explain about both people, how you should take care of your friends and how you should just ignore the wicked people, right, and always keep distance from those wicked people who are not your friends. Both things are explained, and always keep in mind this will be really helpful. Normally we do this, we are always there to give our best to our friends, uh, for our friends, but uh, the wicked people we normally keep the distance. Now next shloka we have shloka number 21. Just Akhilesh, just
Yes.
one minute. Yes dear, I'll be coming in 1 minute. There is some emergency. Just 1 minute. Yes Akhilesh, tell me.
तो भक्तिया वर्ड के बारे में कुछ बताए
हाँ,
थे सर।
भक्ति अवार्ड के बारे में हम बात करते हैं। एक्चुअली ये जो भक्तिया वर्ड है, उसमें रूट वर्ड है भक्ति, एंडिंग विथ शॉर्ट ई। ओके, देखो यहाँ पे ये भक्ति वर्ड है एक्चुअल में, और भक्ति में रूट वर्ब है भज, और एक सफिक्स है जिसका नाम है क्तिन। अब ये सफिक्स भज का मतलब होता है भजन करना, सेवा करना, राइट। तो इसमें तीन सफिक्स ऐड करने से ओनली क हट जाएगा और न हट जाएगा, ओनली ती बचेगा। सो भक एंड ती विल बी भक्ति। डन। सो you should keep in mind students that root word is bhaj and ktin is the suffix. So ka and na will be deleted, only ti is left, and bhajti and ja will be converted to ka, so it will be bhakti. Now bhakti means devotion students. What is the meaning of bhakti? Devotion. So here is the third case singular of bhakti, and that's what you read as bhaktiya. Third case singular of the root word bhakti. Alright, so with devotion or by devotion. Clear Akhilesh?
Yes sir. So
Alright.
I had one doubt.
Uh-huh.
The first time when I read it, bhaktiya, it sounded like after eating. Is it any similar?
Actually dear, for after eating there is a word bhuktva. There is a word bhuktva. Bhuktva means after eating, and the reason is here the root verb is bhuk, bhuj, and ktva suffix is there. So ktva suffix representing after, and bhuj means to eat, and that's why bhuktva means after eating. But here if you read, it is bhaktiya. Bhaktiya, where the bhaj is the root word, tin suffix, it becomes bhakti word, and trutiya vibhakti ekvachan means third singular will be bhaktiya, with devotion. So no connection with this after eating. For after eating, as I said, bhuktva word is there. Okay.
Yes sir.
Okay. So bhaktiya with devotion, kalyan, as actually kalyan means welfare. So with devotion and with good fortune, with welfare, you should always take care of your friends. But the other people seveta, just keep the other people, wicked people, just duragaha, with a distance, right, with a far distance. So that is what I explain about the friends and those who are not your friends. Now here let us understand about dasha vidha papa. Students, dasha vidha papa. Now see, dasha means 10, it's a number. Vidha always representing types, kinds, right? So 10 types of sin, right? 10 types of sinful acts. Let us understand. Normally we discuss that we should not do sin, we should just take care of, we should take ourselves away from doing sin. But what types of sins are there that we should not do, we should not conduct? So one of the regimen of right conduct, what types of sinful acts are there, let us understand. Here is the sloka. हिंसास्तेय अन्यथा कामं पेशून्यं परुषानृते संभिन्नालापं व्यापादम् अभिद्यां दृग्विपर्ययम् पापं कर्मेति दशधा कायवाङ्मानसैस्त्यजेत्. One should avoid these 10 sinful acts pertaining to the mind, speech and body, means mentally, orally and physically. Let us understand first of all the sinful acts of the body. Here you read hinsa steyan yatha kamam. So one by one we'll understand hinsa, cruelty, number one. Then here is the dirgha sandhi, student. Hinsa and then hinsa and the next word is steyan yatha kama. So dirgha sandhi steya. Steya is stealing, and here you read steya is there. Ya is actually dirgha, steyanyatha, because the next word is anyatha kama. Anyatha starts with a and steya ending with a. So steya plus a, anyatha will be steyanyatha, dirgha sandhi, a plus a. So steya, as we understood, stealing, and anyatha kama means unlawful sex. So three sinful acts from the body. So these are three: hinsa, steya and anyatha kama, that we should not do. Don't be cruel, right? Stealing also and unlawful sex also. These three are considered as the sinful acts that we should avoid. Then next, sinful acts of the speech, students. So number one here you read as peshunyam. Peshunyam means slandering. Next, parusanrute. Parusanrute, there are two words, listen to me carefully. Parusha plus anrute. Parusha is actually abusive or very harsh words, right? Parusha is actually very harsh. Meaning of Parusha is harsh. So Parusha means harsh words, speaking harsh words to other people. That should not be done. That activity, that sinful acts from the speech that we should avoid. Parusha, harsh words, and then anrute, dirgha sandhi, parusha plus anrute. Now students, rute means truth. What is the meaning of rute? Truth. Here it is anrute. See, rute word actually starts with vowel, right? Rute. So that means truth. But if you want to make it opposite, so there is a un prefix before that, anrute, and while you join them it will be like this, anrute. Now anrute means what? Not true, right? False. So opposite of truth, false. So anrute means false words, right? So that also should be avoided. That can be done by the speech. So first of all, paisunya, slandering. Second is parusha vachana, that means the harsh words, and anrute means false words or untruth. Then next here you read sambhinnalapam. Sambhinnalapam, two words are there. First word is sambhinna and second word is alapam, dissension. dissension should not be done by the person. Sambhinna alapam. And next we will see sinful acts of the mind, and in that the first word is vyapadam. I repeat, vyapadam, and next word is abhidyam. Vyapadam is hatredness, right? Vyapadam. And second you read as abhidyam. So vyapadam plus abhidyam becomes vyapadamabhyam. Vyapadamabhyam. Abhidyam as jealousy. And then you read here drug viparyayam. Drug viparyayam is misunderstanding. So these are the 3 sinful acts of the mind, students. We understood total 10 sinful acts of mind, body and speech. Now here they said papam karmeti dashadha. Papam means sinful, and karmeti, the guna sandhi is there, karma plus iti. Karma is acts. So sinful acts, iti, like this, dasa dha, as I said, dasa 10, dha or vidha, both representing same meaning, types. So 10 types of sinful acts. These are the 10 types of sinful acts. Belongs to kaya, vang, manasais, tyajet. That belongs to kaya, body, vang, manasais, tyajet. Let us understand this. Vang, manasais, tyajet. Now dear students, here the first word you read vang is actually vak. Okay, what is the word? Vak is there. Just a second, students. Okay, so vak is the first word. Second word is manasehi. It is the third case plural of manasa word. Manasehi means this one is third case plural, like Rama table. If you see third case trutiya vibhakti bahuvachan, it will be like Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramehi. So third case plural is Ramehi. Here manasehi. So actual word is manasa. Root word manasa. Manasa means mind, right? And vak means speech. And before vak you already saw one word, that is kaya, means body. So let me write here kaya also. Kaya, physical, then vak, that is with speech, right, verbal, and then manasehi, mental, right, psychological. So these 3, with these 3, all the sinful acts should be just left, should be left. So that's why here you read this word manasais tyajet. So this sa, you see this sa, this is actually visarga. That visarga gets changed to sa as per the visarga sandhi rule. Manasaihi word is actually there, third case plural, that visarga changed to sa. So what is left here? Tyajet. Tyajet means one should leave, one should avoid. Tyajet. So one should avoid these 10 sinful acts, belongs to these 3: kaya, body, vak, speech, manasa means mind. Okay. So here they mentioned about all 10 sinful acts differently with mind, speech and body. I hope everything is clear with you, students. Any of the students is having any doubt, you can always ask me personally or in the group about any sloka's meaning or anything, anytime. Right. Now here we have regimen of right conduct.
Sir,
Yeah.
so is there any difference between manas and manas? Because in the shloka, writer has used manas word, right?
Yes, dear. That's true.
So is there any difference between
No,
manas and
no.
manas?
Actually, both means same. See, you can understand. Manas is actually mind itself, right? And manas is, see how you should understand. Manas is like mind, and manas is psychological, means mental, like you can understand. But related to mind you can call, because see, manasa word is actually made up from the suffix. Here is the word manas, right? And one suffix is there, on suffix. What is the suffix name? On. Now while you add this on suffix in manas, so na will be deleted with the halantyam it sangna, and a is joined with this halant sa, so it will be sa. But as na is deleted of on suffix, this ma, first vowel, gets vruddhi, and that's why it becomes a. So manasa is, you can consider as mental, right? Mental. And some contextual meaning that manas also taken as just the mind only. So manas you take or manas you take, not that major difference between both, right? Once you should take this manas as mind, psychology, and manas is like psychological or mental. Okay,
Yes, sir.
not a
Sir,
very vast difference. Yes.
uh, again, sir, there is another word, drug viparyayam,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
right?
Here this one, drug viparyam, misunderstanding. Actually, in drug
I
viparyam,
guess, sir, drug means the between drug and vipar.
yeah, let me tell you here about this. Drug viparyam. Now, dear students, you should keep in mind that first word is druk. It's not druk. It's actually druk. That ka is converted to ga. First letter changed to third letter. Jastva sandhi is there, and second word is viparyam. Now listen to me carefully. Druk is actually the word that has come from the root verb drush. This druk has come from the root word drush. Now listen, drush means what? Drush means to see, right? Drush means to see, okay, to look, to see. And viparya is actually opposite. So if you take the meaning of druk and viparya, it will be like seeing opposite, seeing different, seeing different, seeing opposite means understanding differently whatever the actual situation is there existing, but you are actually looking differently or opposite way. So anything that you understand in an opposite way, that's why they translated as misunderstanding, right? So seeing oppositely, so you should understand with this word duk and viparya, they want to say the person is actually seeing something opposite to whatever it exists actually, that is druk viparya. Okay, so that's why they translated as misunderstanding, but not checking, not seeing the exact thing, the real thing. The understanding the actual thing is in a opposite way, in a different way. I hope you understood. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
As I said, druk is to see. It's a word from the drush root verb, and viparya is opposite. And that's why together druk viparyayam, you should take the contextual meaning as misunderstanding, right? Now, anything else? All clear, Achilles?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Thank you.
So let us see the regimen of right conduct. Here is the sloka. Avrutti vyadishokartan anuvartet saktitah. One must help the persons. Excellent slokas given here. I'm really very happy to know these slokas and to teach you people, because it's a lifetime, useful slokas are there that we should always implement in our daily life, students. One must help the persons, those who are struggling for their livelihood, number one, suffering from the disease, number two, and number three, afflicted with the sorrow according to the one's own capacity. So always go and help those kind of people who are struggling with food or disease. They are not well, they are ill, and they are afflicted with some sorrows. So go and help those people. They are all to be looked upon with sympathy, consoled, and help. We should always should help those kind of people who are in need. So that is what explained here in this sloka. Avrutti vyadhi sokartan. First word is avrutti. Avrutti. Now students, vrutti means livelihood, work, activity. And avrutti means a person who is struggling with their livelihood, who are not having a particular job or a kind of a work that he can easily have, that he can easily have his livelihood. That is called avrutti. Vrutti is actually the activity for livelihood. Avrutti is opposite of that. So who are struggling for their livelihood is avrutti. Then you read next word, vyadhi. Actually vyadhi means the disease, or you can say as the sorrow, right? So person who is struggling with some disease. And then sokartan. Sokartan, where two words are there, shoka plus artan. Shoka is sorrow, artan means victims. So those who are the victims of sorrow, those who are struggling, those who are afflicted with the sorrows is called sokarta. So to those people with avrutti, without livelihood, with some disease, struggling with some disease, and sokarta, who are afflicted with the sorrow, just go and anuvarteta. Anuvarteta means go and help them, right? Anuvarteta, one should help. Saktitaha. Saktitaha means as per the capacity, as per one's capacity. They haven't said that go and just give everything you have. Here Acharya Vagbhat mentioned beautifully that whoever is in need of medicine or any physical help, or sometimes they need the sympathy, consolation, a kind of a things they need, then you go and just give it. It is actually more worth than the money sometimes. So sakti taha. Sakti is actually strength, capacity. Taha means with, right? As per. So as per the capacity, as per the strength. Anuvarteta. Disjoin this. Sokartan plus this na is halant. Next word is anuvarteta. Anuvarteta, as I said, as one should help. So as per the capacity, as per the strength, one should always help the people who are struggling with the livelihood, who are actually suffering from the disease, and who are actually afflicted with the different sorrow. So these people should always get help, consolation, and sympathy from the other people. That is what I explained in this sloka. Okay, next sloka number 23. What is this? Atmavat satatam pasyed api kita pipilikam. Consider as ourselves even insects and ants, right? You should always consider even the insects or the ants just like yourself. Consider them as yourself. Once you start considering these small insects and ants like as yourself, then you will stop hurting them. Normally we do not hurt, but some people are there in the world who are hurting the actually other living beings. So we should always keep in mind that the small insects and ants, all this, we should consider them as yourself, as own self. So we will stop hurting them. A compassionate attitude towards all living beings is a hallmark of a civilized man. So here Vagbhat is actually giving us advice to be more compassionate towards all the living beings, right? And that is actually considered the hallmark of a actual civilized person, right? Civilized person doesn't mean that you are following your culture, right? You are following your conducts of the law and all these things. But one type of being civilized is that you have that compassion towards the all living beings, not only towards the human beings. So here Vagbhat actually mentioned about the small insects like ants and everything. So here the sloka Atma Vat. Atma means yourself, own self. right? Atma, on self. What means like, similar to, just as. What as you consider as or similar to yourself, as your own self. Satatam, constantly, always, or you should consider satatam as always, constantly. Pasyedapi, students, pasyedapi, there are two words, Vidiling lakar, pratham purush ekvachan. Always keep in mind this kind of Vidiling lakar example you will always find. Most of the time you will find this pasyat and api. Now students, pasyat, this ending with ta, and next word starts with vowel. So immediately this first letter converts to third letter, means Jastra Sandhi is applied. So ta will be changed to the, and then api. So the and api will be pasyadapi. Pasyat means one should look. This is Vidiling, so meaning will be always should. One should look, one should see. One should see Atmavat, just as himself, as on self. Always. To whom? To, one should always see as himself or herself. To whom? Then they said Kita Pipilikam. Kita means insects and Pipilikam means ants. Right? So Kita, as you understood, insects, Pipilikam as ants. So these two or the other insects or other animals also, I should recommend that we should always keep and see towards them just like yourself, right? So as we are not going to harm or hurt ourselves, similarly we should not hurt or harm the other living beings also. So Atmavat Satatam Pasyet, one should always look towards the Kita, insects and the ants just as yourself, just as ourselves. Alright? And that's why a compassionate attitude towards all the living beings is hallmark of civilized man. Now, next sloka, here you read sloka number 24th, first part. Archayet deva go vipra vruddha vedya nupatithin. Pay homage to gods, cows, brahmins, elders, vedyas, kings and guests. Students, first word you read here, what is written? Archayet. Let me just zoom a little bit. Yeah. Now see this one. Archayet and deva. There are two the that you see here in de. One the is actually of archayet. Archayet ending with ta, and next word deva starts with the. So archayet means one should pay homage. One should pay homage, or one should actually do the one should show the devotion, right? One should show the devotion, or one should pay homage to this. Number one is deva, as gods. Next you read as go. Go means cows. Then here you read this word vipra. Vipra means brahmins. Deva, gods. Go means cows. Vipra means brahmins. And vruddha, the elder people, elders. Pay homage to elder people also. Then next vedya, the physicians, doctors. And nrupatithin. Nrupatithin, there are two words, students. Dirgha sandhi is there. First word is nrupa and second word is atithin. So nrupa means king. King. And atithin is actually guests, right? The guests who are coming to home, their guests. So these all gods, cows, brahmin, elders, vedyas, kings and guests, all you should pay homage to those. Right? A very simple sloka is there, easy to understand. Then sloka number 24, here you read Vimukhanarthina kuryan nava manyet naksipet. Never be indifferent to those approaching with a real need or desire anything. If the people are coming towards you with some expectation, with some desire, he or she is in need, right? He or she is actually helping, is actually need your help, then never be indifferent. Number one, right? Those who are approaching towards you with some expectation, don't disappoint, disrespect, or insult such persons who ever come to us with requests. So if person is coming to you with some request, never make them disappoint, never disrespect, never insult them. That is what explained in the sloka. Here is this word vimukhanarthinaha. Vimukhanarthina. Let us understand this. Vimukhanarthina. So the first word is vimukhan, and next is na, and next is arthina. Now students, arthinaha means the people who are coming to you with some expectation, who are in need. Actually arthinaha means the people who are in need. Okay, actual word is arthi, arthino, arthinaha. This is the plural form, right? Who are actually in need is called arthinaha. These people or towards these people, na means do not. Vimukhan is being opposite, indifferent, right? Never be opposite to them or never be indifferent with them. Na means not. So vimukhan, na plus o becomes nar. Na plus o becomes na, dirgha sandhi. And halantana and na will be vimukhan na. So vimukhan as indifferent. Arthinaha means to the people who are actually in need, who are actually having desires for something. Kuryat means should do, means you should never make those people who are in need as the opposite or indifferent. And then avamanyeta, here you read kuryat kuryanavamanyeta. Let us disjoin this again. Kuryat, then na plus avamanyeta. Now listen to me here again, students. Here you see this ta gets changed to the in this case, pasyadapi. But here this ta will not be converted to third letter the. Here it will be converted to fifth letter na. What is the reason behind, students? Because the next letter also starts with the nasal sound. This na is the nasal sound, dental nasal sound, right? So what's the next letter? Next word starts with a nasal letter. Then the first letter of the previous word, this letter, this first letter, whatever it is, first letter of any group, that converts to fifth letter. So that's why kuryat ta becomes na. The actual is kuryat only. Kuryat means one should do, right? One should do, but here already na we saw. We already saw this na here. Na arthinaha. Arthinaha means the people who are in need. Vimukhan means opposite. So we should not make them or keep them opposite or never. We should not be indifferent with those people who are actually approaching towards you with some need, right? And then na avamanyeta. Kuryat. After that na avamanyeta. Avamanya. Students, manya means believing or giving respect. But avamanyata is the meaning of this word is like insult. One should not insult them, right? Never insult those people. Avamanyata. And I'm sorry, I think I made ta halant there. It's not halant ta. It's atmane pad vidiling lakar pratham purush ekvachan. So avamanyeta, one should not insult. And naksipet, again dirgha sandhi. Naksipet you can disjoin na plus oxipet. Na plus oxipet. Okay. Na plus oxipet, dirgha sandhi. Okay. So oxipet, disrespect. One should not disrespect to those people who are coming towards you, who are approaching towards you with some need. Alright, so now always be helpful, students. In short, the sloka wants to say that we should always help those people who are actually in need, who are approaching to you with some expectation. Never disappoint them and never disrespect or insult with them, right? So that is what explained in this shloka, and we should always be very sweet and helpful behavior with those people. Now, shloka number 25 is given here, but that we'll understand in the next part of the video, students. Here, shloka number 25 is there, upakara pradana. That will continue in the next class. Till then, take care of yourself. Students, I'm sorry I could not take the class yesterday on Friday, I told you, but I was actually traveling and couldn't take the class. So, maybe we'll be meeting on Monday directly, and probably in the coming week, Tuesday, I'll take extra class for that. Alright? So thank you so much for being, and see you on Monday the same time. Thank you all.